Hello everyone, it's me, Maya, and welcome to my channel. This week, and for the last 3 weeks, I have been reading, and am still currently reading, Redwood and Wildfire by Andrea Hairston. The reason I'm still reading this is because it's a little bit of a clunker. It's about 439, almost 450 pages. So it's taken me a little bit of while to read. It looks like it's going to be another The Shadow of the Wind, where it takes me the entire month to read it. Mind you, still haven't finished it yet because I've been doing other stuff as well, but so I decided to do this as a currently reading so you guys can be updated on what I'm reading. This book has a little bit of a backstory. I was in my freshman year of college, and this author, Andrea Hairston, came to my school, and she had a talk, and afterwards my professor at the time surprised me and one other friend with a copy, and she paid for our copy, and then we went up to Miss Hairston and she signed it. So this is a signed copy of this book. Now, why it's taking me at least 7 years to read, I couldn't tell you. I feel like maybe the first time I read it, I was a little bit too young or too immature, because I think the first sort of sexual reference, I was like, oh, my eyes, like I shouldn't be reading this, when really it wasn't that sexual. So I was like, young Maisha, we really need to talk about this. So this book follows the story of Redwood, and I am terrible at summaries, as you know, but this is basically her life after she loses her mother to this, which she found out later, to this lynch mob, and then her mother was this practitioner of hoodoo, and Redwood is a practitioner as well, and Redwood is super powerful, which tends to scare people, so she's dealing with that, and this is basically Redwood's life as she kind of just deals with her life, deals with not having her mother, deals with all the spirits that are around her. Also, some certain decisions that she makes, and just the evil people that are around her, and dealing with that as well. And then her best friend turned crush turned maybe love interest. We don't quite know yet, because it feels like it's definitely not a YA novel. It kind of goes through a good 10 years of this girl's life, so it's not YA at all, but it was not super adult, super it's on the line. It's on the line. And it's a lot of coming of age, but also being that age. So it's learning how to be your own person and kind of accept yourself for who you are, but it's so much more complicated than that. And there's just I'm glad I picked it up again, because I got to these parts of this is amazing. I still don't know how I'm going to feel about the book as a whole, because I still have half of it left, and it's taking you through a large portion of this girl's life, and I think the chapters are each year, so you're getting through it quickly and you don't really feel like you're dragging along. I really love how Hairston's writing style of just giving you the information, but it's also poetic and sweet, and it's also just wow, you actually get to see inside of everyone's mind. So it's told from dual perspective. It's Redwood and her journey, and it also is Aiden. Redwood is black and she's a hoodoo, and Aiden is white Seminole Indian. So he's got a mixture, and he's also Irish. So he's a bit of a drunk. So he's dealing with that portion of his personality and kind of coming to terms with his relationship with Red, who is black. And this is literally right after the Civil War, so everyone's not at great terms with each other. So let me see, 1 second. So the book starts in 1898. So you can kind of see that, yeah, if Redwood and Aiden were to get together, this would in very well, so it's kind of dealing with that. But it's a more open community that they live in because it's the poor side of town, so white, black, or indifferent, you're all the same, so maybe we would have been together. But I am on the fence only because I'm on the fence about this book right now only because I don't know where the story is headed. I don't know if Redwood and Aiden are get together. The title would suggest they would, and you won't find out until like halfway through how the title suggests that they will get together. But it's really good so far. I hope they do get together because if they build this up for like years and years, they don't ultimately get together, I'm gonna be so mad. But Redwood's name, her name is Redwood. There's not like a nickname or anything. And Aiden's name, he goes by Aiden Cooper, but he's part Indian. So his real name is Aiden Wildfire. So it's Redwood and Wildfire. But the thing about wildfires is that they kind of burn down redwoods or any type of trees. So maybe the thought is that Aiden would ultimately lead to Redwood's destruction, even though that she loves him and he loves her. Or maybe they'll come together in this beautiful last hurrah. Or I don't know. I need them to get together. I think as long as they get together, I'll be fine. So that's just all of my thoughts about where I am now in this story. I hope you have enjoyed this currently reading video. If you like more of these videos, hit subscribe. You can also hit the like button, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.